The publicity blurb for This One's for Robin by Greedy Records' latest signing, the Sheriffs of Nottingham, says it captures the spirit of 17th century England in a style that is pure Oz hard rock. Look, when will these record companies learn that such hyperbole just doesn't cut ice?
Means at this band's record reception, my 8 friends and I were thrown out for being drunk, and now I'm really gonna make them pay for it.
As for the album, I found it a little difficult to come to grips with.
I was so pissed I couldn't get it out of its cover.
There's nothing iterative about it,
I can actually understand the lyrics.
but there are flashes of genius.
They do use a drum machine.
But to my way of thinking, the album is overproduced.
I don't like the producer.
Personally, I'd much rather see the band at a live performance.
Actually, I prefer to be seen at the band's performance.
The only track that captures the raw power and pulsating energy of the band live is Who Made Marian.
The only track I bothered to listen to was Who Made Marian.
The rest of the tracks had a samey feel,
Instead of being in front of my stereo where I should have been,
and the bass and drums sounded muffled.
I was in another room smoking pot.
The guitars were far too loud,
I'm far too old.
and much of the material was dated.
They're on countdown this week, so it must be dated.
Still, it does have a commercial sound, and no doubt the mindless masses will find it irresistible.
I can't stand the thought of these little pricks making more money than me, so I'm going to cleverly put you off buying their record.
Like many recent Australian efforts, this album suffers from particularly bad pressing.
I'm particularly lazy and couldn't be bothered cleaning the dust from my stylus.
But that shortfall is more than overcome by the brilliant cover design, which depicts a no-nonsense, streetwise band clad in Lincoln green tights and set against a background of decaying urban squalor that these boys punters know only too well.
Don't I write splendidly?
Unfortunately, it's difficult for me to tell you much about the band, as Greedy Records provided me with no information.
Actually, I'm not going to tell you anything about the band because Greedy Records provided me with no free drinks.
But from my personal contact with the band,
I bought one of the roadies a beer.
I learnt that the S7 are a band that have been plagued by personnel problems since their inception and are heading for yet another personnel crisis. Lead singer and electronic percussionist Eleanor Dale Square,
Real name Enzo Fabianani.
has decided to leave the band.
He's gone orange and refuses to wear Lincoln green.
This could be a blessing in disguise,
Now I should be able to con up that model he's been going around with.
as mooted replacements are Glenn Sharrock and Marcia Hines' younger brother Bernard. Still, all in all, it's not a bad effort, though it falls way short of their potential.
So take the hint, fellas, and send me some payola before the next one.